is super cool.
Do you guys ever have the Spider-Man like web shooter?
Yes.
I
never had one, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's just
like the one that fired silly string and shit.
Yeah, it was like a wrist-mounted silly string.
Dude, silly string was the bomb.
Oh yeah. Did you ever get silly string in your mouth?
No.
Tastes like shit.
I bet.
Why do you know what shit tastes like? Were you experimenting? Wait, were you that?
I was that guy that wrote the Reddit post.
Yeah, you wrote the Reddit post.
Wait, no, that man shit in someone's mouth.
Were you that man's wife? Well, there was another Reddit post.
There's a lot of Reddit posts where people talk about getting shit in their mouth, I'm sure.
There are. In fact, I think that's like 90% of Reddit.
You know how they're like you develop fetishes like when you're like a kid and just seeing weird stuff and weird stimuli. Like,
I'm willing to bet money that there can just be certain wires crossed when you're born and you're just like predisposed to it.
Like you have a babysitter with a big fat ass, so you like big.
Are we about to nature versus nurture scat fetish?
Yeah. Like what has to happen, dude? Like what has to happen?
Who knows, honestly.
Wait, are you asking? You were like, what has to happen? I want it to happen. What? Tell me the steps.
Yeah,
what
I would like to change my my biology or whatever. I can't think of the word.
Yeah, he would like to abandon his current fetish, and he'd like to multi-class in a new fetish.
I did see a post like that on 4chan the other day, dude. This guy was like, I would like to start liking fat women, and people were like, dude, what's wrong with you?
I would like to start liking them.
Yeah, it was great.
Hello, fellow 4chaners. That guy's an undercover spy.
Yeah, hello, fellow 4chaners. How do you do, fellow kids?
That guy's there to like fucking break the BBW trading ring.
Call him BBW, dude.
Trading ring.
I just thought of the trading ring.
These
My
women
bad.
across state lines.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god.
We have to
they're
stop
just like kids on the
criminals.
playground. Kids on the playground trading Pokemon cards. Just large
it's just plus size women. It's just plus size women. That's what they're trading.
Right. It's like that card fighting game in Yakuza, but it's with like
with the Beatles, with the sexy Beatles.
Yeah.
They do like wrestling moves.
Like Big Bag Beetleborgs?
What's that?
What the hell are you talking about?
Y'all don't know. That was before y'all's time. Big Bad Beetleborgs was something that came on, I think it only had like 2 seasons. It was on Fox. It was kind of like supposed to be like another Power Rangers-ish show. It was 3 kids that, I'm trying to remember what the premise was, like how they came across these suits, but they somehow either got summoned or like stumbled across some sort of alien suits that were the Beetleborgs that they could then, but instead of like Power Rangers where they had the teleporters or the transformers like on their person where they could kind of morph whenever they wanted, they always had to go to the base to get into the Beetleborg suits.
That sucks.
But it was the same. It was the same thing. It was like 3 kids that had access to the stuff that was from like another like ancient alien technology or like from space or something like that. That they became the protectors of their town from the monsters that showed up. But they were the big bad Beetleborgs and had an awesome intro song, and that was about it. But it veered a little bit younger than Power Rangers.
I never watched Power Rangers growing up.
I watched
my brother did, so I caught some of it.
The first few seasons and the movie where they had the White Ranger and Ivan Ooze, and then I kind of grew out of it.
Did you ever see that scene?
More like a cartoon kid.
Oh, you were a cartoon kid?
Oh,
yeah.
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 I was over halfway done with the game already.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I only have 2 more parts in the Forest of Hope and then 1 more area, and then I'm done.
Zipping and zooming.
Oh yeah, this is short, yeah.
You're about to say, what was like a show that you...
I'm trying to think about shows that I was really into. Like super duper into when I was like middle school. I really can't think of one. I like SpongeBob.
The one that we were really into, there were 2 shows that like all of the boys from like 6th through 8th grade, like every day or every week when there was a new episode, we gathered around like it was our soaps that we had to talk about. Yeah. It was Dragon Ball Z and BattleBots.
Hell yeah.
It was like every week, it was like, did you see that BattleBots match last night? I was like, I didn't give a shit about sports, but I cared a lot about BattleBots matches.
I watched Kid Nation.
What is Kid Nation?
It's where they got all those kids. It's like that JonTron video. It's where they got all those kids out in the desert.
Yeah.
I watched that when it came out.
Dude, on Nickelodeon, they had one called Wild and Crazy Kids, where they would have, like, kids just basically kind of like...
Wilding and crazy.
I'm trying to... Yeah, just wild and crazy. No, they would split them up into teams, and they would do, like, really big, like, wacky physical challenges, where they'd, like, run with, like, an egg on the spoon, or they would all be, like...
That's crazy, dude. Egg on a spoon, dude, that's like, crazy.
buried in the sand up to their neck, and they were like blowing a balloon like around in a course to try and get to, like, it was like playing soccer or like foosball or something like that. But they were buried in the sand
to their neck, and they had to dig their way out before the tide came in.
Yeah, they did the
losing team
buried
got
up to the
left.
head and then kicking the head as hard as you can. What about,
they would do like Russian roulette, where they had a bunch of eggs, and like most of them were hard boiled, but some of them were raw, and you'd have to pick an egg off the plate and like smash it against your head.
Hell yeah.
That's weird. What was Zaboomafoo? Did you guys ever watch that?
I fucking loved Zaboomafoo when I was a little kid.
Me too.
All right, now y'all are speaking in tongues. I don't know what this is.
You don't know Zaboomafoo?
Dude,
I can't
who doesn't know
Zaboomafoo? It's the show with two gay guys that had a lemur.
It was the Krat brothers. They still make stuff.
No, okay, you lost me again. I vaguely remember a lemur of some sort. Wasn't he in, like, Madagascar or whatever? Is that dude?
Huh?
Man, get this man off my show.
Isn't that the lemur from Madagascar? It was a spin-off show from that called Zaboomafoo? Or is this
that was King Julian.
Zaboomafoo is a, like, kids, like, animal show.
Zaboomafoo was a live-action, like, show where, like, they had the animals and they talk about them, and they'd, like, shove pellets down their throat and stuff. There was a big machine with buttons on it that had animals. They're like, we need rhinoceros food, and they'd punch the rhino button, and they'd get, like, big, like, turd pellets out of it and force the rhino to eat it or something.
I don't remember that part. I just remember having fun with Zaboomafoo.
That rhino couldn't look at his rhino wife in the face at softball practice.
But yeah, like, that was the thing, is they had, like, a big, like, scary treehouse with a bunch of animals in it, and they'd talk about the animals and, like, feed them, like, pellets.
Why was the treehouse scary? Was that part of the show? They were like, look, this treehouse contains treehouse contains so much information. We
have
about
the ghosts of
natural order of the world.
Chinese railroad workers in here.
Some of you kids may not make it out of this episode alive, but you'll learn a lot about rhinoceroses.
Did you guys watch a lot of, like, Animal Planet and stuff when you were a kid?
No, not when I was a kid. No, when I was a kid.
I fucking loved
a little bit, yeah.
It was like top 10 or whatever, and it was like the most deadly animals and shit in the world. Oh. And they'd be like, if you ever see a rattlesnake,
run,
you will fucking die.
If you see a rattlesnake, it's too late. It is already seen.
Yeah. It was that. They'd have like little like 3D wire animations of like a snake biting a guy, and he goes like, oh, and like falls down. And it would be like, the cheetah can run 9,000 miles an hour and eat your entire family.
Have y'all ever watched that guy? I've never watched any of his normal stuff on YouTube. His name is like Coyote something.
Coyote Peterson, yeah.
Coyote Peterson,
and he's like, he just gets bitten and stung by like more and more dangerous stuff.
Coyote
and he's
Peterson gets bit by a fire ant and goes, ah!
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is like the bullet ant or whatever. This is like one of the most horrible things in the world to get stung by, and he gets bit by it, and he's like, I want to fucking die. I want to somebody kill me, and he's like, this is for kids.
Right.
Somebody end my misery.
Watch this stuff all the time.
He gets bitten by the Mongolian cyanide fucking beetle or whatever, and he's like, that's very unpleasant. Ah!
I love your guys' imaginations.
Have y'all heard about, I don't know where this is, this tribe where in order to become,
I knew that
like,
was gonna happen.
Cross into manhood, you have to wear these like oven mitts that are covered in like they're covered in like bullet ants or like some sort of
What are you talking about?
You have to.
That's the Sun D's, I think.
You have to dance around for like an hour with these things biting your hands.
Why?
And people go.
You have to break dance while you're getting bitten by bullet ants. Yeah.
Yeah, and that proves you're a man in their society. And it's like, for us, it's just like you get a car.
Right.
Yeah.
You get your driver's license and you kiss a girl on the mouth with your mouth.
You get a lady
cool
pregnant
if,
and
in
then leave.
America, you had to like dump scorpions in your pants and like L dance for 10 minutes to like become an adult.
You have to pop and lock with a rattlesnake
while an alligator's eating your leg. Yeah.
In order to get your driver's license, that's what it is. There's no written exam. It's just.
That'd be cool.
Awful.
I failed my driver's test the first time because I
did too.
I bump stopped the final stop sign.
Damn.
And the lady was not having a good day, and she was just like, "You're done." And I was like, "What?" I did everything else right, and she's like, "You didn't come to a full and complete stop at the very last stop sign." I was like, "Yeah, but I didn't like hit anybody." She's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to come back in a month and try again or whatever."
Damn.
And then the second officer that I went through when I had to do it the second time, she was much more lenient, and she was actually explaining a lot more stuff that I didn't remember from the book. Where
Yeah,
it's
she
like, hey, if
wasn't
you
a
have a stop
bitch.
sign. Yeah, if you have a stop sign where the line on the ground and the stop sign are in different planes, you have to stop both at the line and then again at the stop sign. I was like, I didn't know that. She's like, yeah. So I was like learning stuff while she was like, go over here, do this. Did y'all do driver's ed like at y'all's school?
No.
Yes.
Our
At
driver's
our
ed.
school? No. I like went to a school for that.
Really?
We did it. It was just like an early morning thing. Yeah, you don't know that Dordle was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
He was buddled about until he was 19.
Well, I didn't like go to like a school for it. There was like a thing where they had like pamphlets and stuff, and I would go and like just read the shit and then like take the test and a little.
Can we pause for a second? One time, I have a bunch of friends in California, and we're talking about schools, and I'm like, oh, my school taught us archery. And they're like, oh, you went to a nice school, huh? Must be nice going to nice school. And then fast forward a month later, and one of my friends casually says, yeah, in equestrian class. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, we had horse riding lessons in class. We got to ride horses. I was like, dude. I said, did your school have a swimming pool? He said, yeah.
Sounds like you guys both went to fucking highfalutin schools.
No,
you know what they fucking taught me in school?
How to drive.
Nothing.
Nothing. They taught me how to chain smoke
They
cigarettes.
taught
in
us
the
how to
bathroom.
roller skate and how
They
to
taught me that
shoot
if
bows.
you don't bring money to school, you get 2 little frozen cheese sticks for lunch. That's what they taught me.
Oh, my school lunch was free, dude.
Did they teach you to do both at the same time, roller skate and shoot bows and arrows?
Yeah, it was dangerous, dude.
Damn.
Dude, those are like the sexy
taught you to be
assassins from the
Shadow the
60s.
Oh yeah, we were a bunch of sexy 8th graders, dude. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I had home ec, and I burned the cookies in home ec.
We didn't have home ec.
We didn't have anything like that. As far as I know, I didn't take that as an extracurricular.
I would have.
Anyway,
I was in
our,
middle school, so I was just like, okay, whatever.
Our
Cookies easy.
driver instructor was just like, you know, as any other like extracurricular school function, was just like a coach that was like, yeah, I'll do this too. I have to be here early anyway.
Yeah.
But when we actually got to the driving portion, at the beginning it was like, we'll just drive around the parking lot, don't hit any cars, don't hit any pylons. And then eventually it's like, okay, we're gonna take it on the road. And as we got further into like the actual driving portion of it, like learning stuff as we went through the semester, we just did errands for him. He's like, could you drive here? Okay, take a left here. Okay, stop right here. I'm gonna go in. I'll be right back. And he'd come back with like his dry cleaning.
It's funny.
All right, now we're gonna go here.
That's funny.
It's great.
Hell yeah.
We would just like take him around to do stuff. The very first time, I forgot about this. The very first time I drove a car for driver's ed, I hit a bird. We were driving, there was, behind the school, there was a loading bay for 18-wheelers, and he's like, we're gonna drive back here. It's like just a big open stretch of nothing, that there are no other cars there, and there's a place where the 18-wheelers go to like turn around, and you're just gonna have you loop that back and forth to get used to like basically accelerating, braking, turning, and on the way there, I hit a bird.
Hell yeah.
In the Philippines,
that's the end of that story.
They don't have like buses. I mean, they do, but not like really. They have like these privately owned buses called jeepneys, and we're riding one, and the guy just says, "Everybody wait," and I'm like, "Okay," and then he pulls over at his house and then just goes in and gets his lunch. It was really funny.
Solid.
And
That's great.
He comes
Look,
out
I
with
can
he
get
comes out
behind
with a
that.
fork and a little Tupperware container.
Did you bring enough to
yeah.
share?
No, he didn't.
Lucky for you, everybody on this bus, I brought snacks.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. I should have remembered where he lived. I could have cucked him or something, you know.
Yeah. we can go and visit him.
Right, he wakes up standing over his bed with a crowbar, but like, I bet you're gonna bring enough to share next time.
Yeah. But you ain't gonna make me late, huh?
If you have his address, I can hire that Fiverr guy to go from Dordle's house over there to smoke under his window.
Would you actually hire a guy on Fiverr to do that, dude? Like what if it wasn't $5?
Yeah, why not? That'd be funny.
I think it would be hilarious. Like, okay, once again, depending on the price, but yes, I think that would be a funny thing. If I had money sitting around, that'd be a funny prank.
You know,
to get somebody like to smoke underneath somebody's window at night and make their room smell like cigarettes for like a week and then disappear, never to be seen or heard from again.
They'd be like expecting to stroke like any moment. Like the rest of their life, dude. They'd never feel safe again.
There's a video I really like.
Whenever they smelled cigarettes, cigarette smoke anywhere, they get paranoid. Look around. They're like, he's here.
The cigarette man. The cigarette specter is back.
The cigarette ghost, the cigarette specter, yeah. Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, a hockey puck.
Out of my stream freeze again?
Yeah, but it's okay now.
I'm sorry.
It's
Did I really only bring...
propeller.
Are we down one? Dude.
Ooh.
This game sucks so hard.
Absolute amateur move. I wouldn't have made this mistake. Whatever you're doing.
I did the puzzle wrong.
I see the problem. That one idiot back there didn't actually go on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one idiot that didn't follow orders will be made an example of.
Can I throw him up this high?
He is a flower. Damn.
I hate this game so much.
Maybe on the right side where like there is.
I'm just gonna, dude. I'm about to just restart the day.
Audience, we're really sorry that you have to sit here and suffer with us.
Get away from me, you freak!
Stop following me.
You maniac. What would you do if you had a stalker, but she was like really pretty?
I did have a bit of a stalker in college.
Really?
Like a month.
Before?
Yeah. She just like messaged me out of nowhere on Facebook, and I don't know if this person was real or not, but said she went to a college that was nearby. There are two colleges that are kind of in the area where I went that are like near each other. They're just very small colleges, and she allegedly went to this other college and just like stumbled across me on Facebook or something like that, and was just like, "You're cute," blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Thanks, but I have a girlfriend." And she was like, "Oh, I bet she doesn't do freaky stuff like I do." And I was like, "I want to get out of this conversation, thanks." And then I basically was like, "Look,
yeah, but what you don't know is I'm the most vanilla man on earth, so that's a turn off."
Yeah, exactly.
No chocolate, please.
Yeah, I would actually like. I want you to jerk me just like through my shorts, please. Thanks.
I want you to sit next to me at Bible camp and touch my hand.
Yeah, hand holding, unbelievable. Yeah, can we put the sex blanket over us real quick so that God can see our sins?
That's like what Mormons use. Like I only do soaking.
Oh yeah,
I love
people
the idea of soaking. That's really funny.
Jump on the bed next to them so there's no thrusting involved on their part.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually I told her, I was like, look, you gotta cut this shit out or I'm gonna like, basically like, at this point it was just the two of us talking.
I'm gonna beat you up if you don't stop.
No, basically I'm just going to, like, I have your screen name, I have your name, I have your picture. I'm just going to like basically make this public as I can. I'm gonna make like a big post or something like that and tell a bunch of people about it. And then she shut up, and she left me alone. I was just like, I don't want any part of this.
I wonder who it was.
It was really weird. You know, there's a real fork in the road in my life where, yeah, exactly. There's a real fork in the road in my life where I abandoned my wife, my current wife, and instead went after this freak at the other college, and then probably got drugged and got my kidneys stolen.
Nah, she just does freaky stuff, man. Don't
you
be
got
so
drugged and got new
pessimistic.
kidneys. They put 2 more kidneys in your body.
Oh, hell yeah. I can piss so good. Guys, I could eat mud and it would come out clear.
Man.
Those guys fart fire, right?
No.
Yeah, that would definitely be a weird thing if it was a fake account that my wife made to test me. That would be a real weird behavior. But no, she was like, I have no clue who this person is. But
yeah, but people do psycho shit like that, though.
This bitch better back off. She was unhappy with the whole situation, but I dealt with it.
The guy's grabbing your boys.
That's okay.
I'm a responsible human
let him
being,
take your mans?
and I'm not a complete asshole. Believe it or not.
The part of growing up is finding having your boys being grabbed quite pleasurable. Okay, you're just not there yet. Oh
Dude,
my
look at
God.
all those guys in the background sitting on that bridge doing nothing.
I know. I hate this area.
They could be helping you beat up this frog.
This area used to scare me when I was a kid.
It's like the most peaceful, nice area ever.
It's literally scary, dude. What are you talking about?
You don't understand the terrors that lurk around every corner, Dordle.
Yeah. You don't know fear. Motherfucker. Yeah, okay, nice one, buddy. Nice one, buddy. Okay. Yeah, okay, Michael Phelps, you've earned it.
Smell you later, loser.
I wanted to do that joke as soon as he hit the water, but I couldn't remember what Michael Phelps' name was.
All right, Tom Hanks. No, wait.
Fuck you, Tom Hanks. Well, I don't know why you hate him so
There's a
much.
flower right there.
Huh?
What does the flower do?
It turns, it turns
special?
like yellows and reds into blues.
Conversion therapy.
Yeah. It's called a candy. It's called a
praise the
candy
gay
pop
away.
bud. What is your problem? Praise the gay away.
Olimar runs the first Pikmin concentration camp.
Those people don't know that I'm actually praying for them to become gay, though. I'm countering their prayers with my prayers to make them homosexuals.
I'll name the episode "Pray the Yellow Away."
I'm sure that'll fly. That'll really do numbers.
Do you remember that guy that played Pikmin that sounded just like you? That I sent you? Do you remember that?
Maybe. It does sound familiar that you sent me something like that. I have to look at
Did we already find your doppelganger? Dude,
Apparently.
instead of paying the money for, like, an AI server, why don't we just hire that
Let's
dude?
just pay 3 people to just pretend to be us. Yeah.
Dude, if we get famous, we should do
Like
that.
8 videos in, we're already done.
Let's get people who sound kind of like us.
Yeah, we need the great value brand of beanwater, which is already like real bottom of the
Can
barrel.
we just get like some Spanish guy that like barely speaks English to like replace Mute?
Yeah, that
He doesn't know how to play Pikmin. He's just like trying.
What does he sound like? What does he sound like, Dordle? What does he sound like?
Hello.
Do it.
You're not
Hello.
gonna. I really want to hear an example. A sample.
I am so accent deaf, dude. I cannot.
I can't do it either.
I was just trying to
like-
bait you into doing something really awful.
Something racist.
Get up. I used to do
Every accent I do like ends up sounding vaguely like Indian or Russian.
That sounds beautiful.
Russian.
Yeah.
I used to do this real
they're
good
the same
Goku
continent.
accent.
It's just whatever way the wind is blowing that day.
Yeah.
It's all like it's just based on the humidity, I guess.
I had this voice I used to do for Goku all the time, but I never like had it recorded, so I can't remember what it is. But it was, I'd be like,
I would assume it sounds like Goku.
no, I'd be like, hey,
What is this? Wait, I had a voice that sounded like Goku. What, are we gonna try out? We're like, when this Goku guy dies, I'm gonna step in. They'll be so glad that I'm here.
It didn't sound anything like Goku. I would be like, I'd be like, hey Vegeta.
Wait, is that Goku?
No, that's not at all what
It's
Goku
like
sounds
he's-
like.
Oh hey Vegeta.
Yeah, I'd be like,
I'm Goku.
I'd be like,
That's a little
hey,
better.
Vegeta,
That's a little-
And Sonic.
and then I'd be like, oh, Kakarot.
Kakarot. It's me, your brother Vegeta.
Kokomo.
Was this pre or post Team 4-Star?
What did you say, Doro? I was
Were
gonna say
you like-
9/11. What were you
Were
gonna say?
you like, this is also a good idea that I'm going to then poach and do it all by myself?
That guy turned
Under
into a
the-
little thing.
It's okay.
Yeah, he did. He pooed it away.
We all got to be something, okay?
He turned into a Commodore.
He turned into a middle school floor condom.
That's what you used to play on, right, Crash? When you were a little girl. The Commodore 64?
Yeah, back before my sex change, yeah, I played a lot on
What
the
the
Commodore.
fuck? Where'd that come from?
Well, he said that I was a little girl.
Yeah, I called him a little girl.
Oh, okay. I like glazed over that.
Don't glaze little girl.
Like caught me. Okay. Like caught me
Okay,
off guard.
okay.
I won't.
Good. I'm glad you turned from
You
your
like
ways.
said that, and I like hadn't been part of the conversation for like 30 seconds, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Banana slug.
No, I never
Have you ever
played
held
on
a
a
big
Commodore.
slug?
I
I was
No.
obsessed with like snails and slugs when I
they're
was a kid.
disgusting. There's a
I
bunch in my
loved
room.
catching them.
Dude, that is the epicenter of what is wrong with you.
I was obsessed with like catching like bugs and animals and stuff when I was a kid. I loved like grabbing frogs.
They probably
and shit.
gave you AIDS or something.
Is that a
definitely-
euphemism?
Dude, no, we had a pool
grabbing-
that was always really dirty in our backyard.
Dude,
and it,
tonight
like, wasn't
I'm gonna
very cool.
I'm gonna go grab frog. Guys, I'm really pent up.
Dude,
I need to
was
let
up
out
all
some
night.
energy. I'm
I was
gonna
up all
go
night
grab.
grabbing frogs.
I'm gonna go grab frog.
Now, Crash, did you ever lick those frogs that get you high?
No.
No,
You know what I'm talking
I had them poop
about?
in my mouth.
What?
Dude, frogs used to
Yeah.
pee on my hand all the time.
I had a moth poop on me. I caught a
What?
luna moth, and it was just like sitting in my hand, and I was just admiring it because it was like a big, cool, awesome looking moth. And then it started like
Hershey
vibrating
squirting?
and slowly moving around my hand, and it left a bunch of these like little pellets on my hand, like these little sticky pellets.
I think
And
it
was
just
like,
laid
this
eggs.
Giant moth just pooped on my hand.
They can't carry that big fucking thing through the water?
No. I'm gonna try to glitch it over though.
Oh, are we about to see a
This is not
sequence
worth
break
it. This
here?
is not worth it. This is so not worth it. This is so not worth it.
I believe it. I believe it. Are you pushing it further away from the wall by cramming Pikmin in there? Run us through. What are you attempting right now?
This is called
Now,
object
since we
nudging.
haven't talked about the game itself in like 2 hours. What are you?
I've never done this before.
Let's ask
Trying to push
a
it in the
technical.
water, I guess, like change
Let's
the
ask
path.
a really technical
So
question
when
now about
Olimar
Pikmin.
lays down, he becomes an object in the game, and he has like precedence over the other object. So when I become an object, it squishes the other object away from me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just walking into it, laying down as soon as I hit it.
He's gonna push it all the way back to the ship like this.
There's videos of a guy doing that.
Oh god.
They're actually really cool.
Hey, Space grandfather clock just let you know that you need to step on it. Dude,
wanna
that is
get it.
one thing that I don't think I could get into, which is having people step on my balls. That's
What?
some strange stuff.
I
You
can't-
don't
I
how
can't finish.
people that are
Okay,
like,
but is that better or worse than having somebody shit in your mouth?
dude, I don't know.
Gun to your head.
I would rather.
Gun to my head, I would rather have somebody poop in my mouth. than
I think
step on
I'd
my
rather have
balls.
somebody step on my balls, dude. Honestly.
Well,
Right, because at least you're just like, ow!
no. It's not just ow. It is not a light press.
Wait, you're not getting freaking you're not getting what's that guy? Who's that boxer? You're not getting Butterbean to step on it like tippy toe on your balls, you know? You're just somebody's just
ballet
being
dance.
like, "Ooh, tee hee," you know?
I don't want it.
Right, which is also
don't-
what they say when they shit in your mouth.
When they go ooh tee hee.
Hee hee.
Yeah.
Awful.
What a cute little prank that you have done. You're such a scamp pooping in my mouth.